Hello. Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Homestuck Beyond Canon streams. 2 weeks in a row. Can you fucking believe it? Yeah, boy, we are somewhat functional these days. I actually still do have a few mouthfuls of my drink to get through, but that's fine. That's not loud. I forgot to turn the timer on again today, but we're just going to get all that other stuff off the screen. Hope y'all were enjoying the music in the meantime, getting to the most banger parts of the Deltarune soundtrack so far. Chapter 5 is coming sometime this year, maybe sooner than we expect, if the Undertale Deltarune newsletter is to be trusted. But yes, hello. We do have a little bit of community news. Playing catch up a little bit. I'm gonna do these out of the order that I did them in. Playing catch up again because I am still doing that. Still getting caught up on a bunch of stuff that I missed, which, there's certain things that, I'm probably going to have completely forgotten about. Oh, something that literally just came into my head right now. During my time not streaming Homestuck things, was the entire pre-order phase for Rose and Kanaya makeshift plushies. That was there. But I was reminded that I didn't bring this up last week. There is a free demo available for Hiveswap Act 3. The game's coming out in 2026 is what reminded me, because supposedly Hiveswap Act 3 is coming out this year, eventually, at some point this year. They've got this whole playable demo to showcase the some early bits of the game, I believe. I have not played it, which is probably surprising to hear, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna get my whole experience when the game comes out. Hello, Corey. Welcome. Oh, yes, I forgot my greetings. Hello, Corey. Hello, Gwen. Hello, Max. Hello, and welcome. Anyone viewing anonymously, hello. Yes, so this is probably old news to a lot of people, but here's this. The other thing, I was just kind of like, so the Jiran blog is here. I wanted to show off my favorite posts from the whole Jiran experience. There was a lot that went down with that. There was a lot of troll breeding questions, of course. There fucking were. There was a lot of gossip about Hiveswap characters. But my favorite series of asks are the establishment. So Clown Town is kind of like Troll Montreal, but instead of Troll French, it's Troll Italian. Marvis is from Toronto, though. Which is probably only so funny to me because I live and have lived in the general vicinity of Toronto, and also I have friends from Montreal. I've been to Montreal once. But I was like, yeah, Marvis from Toronto, I'll take it. I don't know. I just thought it was extremely funny. I think the cherry on top, though, is that when someone asked specifically where in Toronto is Marvis from, they did have a specific answer, which is near Wellesley. Which, okay, number one, who's running this blog? Number two, where in Toronto do you live? Because that specific of an answer, I mean, Wellesley is a long street, so this could be many places along Wellesley, but the intersection of Church and Wellesley specifically is, it's like the epicenter of the gay village, the village in downtown Toronto. And I just want to talk. like who's posting this? Because these are very specific answers. Yeah, so that will conclude my coverage of the Jiren Muscle blog, because there's so much to go over. But just to conclude that chapter, that was my favorite part of that whole experience. Act 3 is happening, and I just started Act 1. Punctual as Gandalf. Hey, we got a 2-week streak running on Gandalf references. Because he came up last week, too. Well, I hope you are enjoying Act 1. I haven't touched it in a while, but yeah, we're heading towards that Act 2 run through for the follow-up to Chicory streams. So we'll be reviewing that shortly around these corners too. But yes, okay. Very amusing to me that within a week of me sitting on stream being like, there's no link to the epilogues. Where are they going to put it? I think maybe they'll put it on the Beyond Canon website. This, that, the other thing. Incorrect. Loud, incorrect buzzer, noise. They started the epilogues re-release this week. I have not gotten up to date. Gasp. The horror, the shame. I still need to finish reading the prologue, so I know for sure the prologue is up. I don't know if they've posted anything past that. I don't think so, because they don't usually post on weekends. I also don't know if they're going to be doing smaller chunked updates or posting the whole thing at once, because the original epilogue, the prologue, was posted and then the entire thing went live and everybody had to marathon read for their fucking life. I don't think I've ever done that much reading that fast ever. Like, I don't think that I have ever had any other point in my life where I did that much reading that fast. Like, it was true, like, lock in. This is the only thing that I'm doing aside from taking care of my basic needs for the next however long it takes me to finish this. There's a book club channel, so maybe it's chunky. Yeah, like, I wanted to tune in to, they did like an event in the Discord server where they read the prologue out loud, and I wanted to tune into that, but I was doing other things when it started, and then I got a notification, and I tried to pull it up on my phone, and my phone was being fucking stupid, and I was like, why is the lowest possible volume setting on my phone for this so fucking loud? So I didn't listen to the rest of it. Yeah, they're doing book club, and they have a meat channel, and they have a candy channel, and an observation deck, and, you know, they've got channels set up for the new gens, the first time readers. So yeah, my inclination is that they're going to be pacing things instead of just saying fuck you, which is kind of what the original drop felt like. Fuck you, here's how many words long is the epilogue. This is like, because I keep being like, yeah, so long, so much reading. How many words? Is there a word count? I don't think that the epilogues is on readmspa.org, because readmspa has word counts for Homestuck, Problem Sleuth. It's also got even more specific. Dump this in here. Oh no, stats is the page. How have I not looked at the stats page on this yet? it. Oh, that's not where I wanted that to go. Just while that web page loads for us. Okay. Visualization space, serious business, days with the most text. Yeah. So MS Paint Adventures total, Jailbreak, Broadquest, Bloodspade, Problem Sleuth, Homestuck, right. So Homestuck and Ryan Quest. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. This Read MSPA does not have anything about the epilogues. This website is oh, I just fucked up my document. Whatever. Okay, that's fine. that's not your problem. They do have some very interesting statistics on this, but yeah, this is an older website. I don't know if the person who, yeah, generated in 2018, baby, predates the epilogues. And I don't think that this website has been updated. Yeah, like they've got the rehost, the official books, but I have a feeling that this has not been updated at all, like in any part of the website since 2018. Anyway, yeah, so that's one thing with the epilogues. The other thing is that they redid the formatting. The original epilogues formatting, which you can see on my YouTube channel and my epilogues reading streams, plugging that in there, because I did those like in the immediate aftermath of the release of the epilogues. Little time capsule. They like fully ganked the Archive of Our Own formatting. Like none of this is like, you can't click on it, but it's highlighting and formatted in the same way that Archive of Our Own is. Can't find reliable sources, but around 200K. Okay, that sounds about right. Thank you for looking into that. Yeah, so 200K is that's a lot to try and read in a time span of like 48 hours. Yeah, so Barack Obama. Oh yeah, the content warnings, yeah. So yes. Oh, the authors, the summary, the prologue. So it's all here. It's all AO3 formatted. Oh, haha, I'm silly. Right there. Chapters 3 of 88. So that confirms, I mean, as long as they're updating that with the rest of the posting, it is only the prologue that's posted right now. Okay, so I do have probably another whole day to finish reading the prologue before they start posting other stuff. Yeah, right now with just the first 3 chapters is 7,327 words. Oh, so we're probably gonna, speaking of word count for the epilogues, we're probably gonna have that. By the end of this. Oh yeah, the published date, the update. It's all here. God, sorry, I just like glanced up at the wall of additional tags, and the first word that hit my eyeballs was cuckolding. I guess I'm doing this now. I guess we all are. Well, no, not necessarily, but many of us are revisiting this, which I haven't really reread since I streamed it. Haha. Okay. So that's the latest from the Discord server. This is just a YouTube video that I wanted to share with you all, because it... Hello, can I... Thank you. I still need to replace my computer mouse. See, the problem is... Okay. I was kindly gifted a new computer mouse for Christmas, in Christmas of 2024. However, it is USB-C, and my computer doesn't have any USB-C ports. So it's not just a matter of digging my computer tower out of its little hovel and reaching the USB plug at the back of the machine. I also need an adapter, so I can't just do it. There's like additional purchases that need to be made, and it's really fucking annoying, but it's like a nice mouse and we can't return it. It's too late for that. It's approximately like a year too late to consider that. Also, I opened it already. Anyway. This video was fun. That's why I wanted to share it with you all. It was a very, very thoughtful presentation on the nature of Homestuck. It's more than just a, these are for kids who play a game kind of primer. It was a very, very good video. So that's something for y'all to watch later if you would like, because it's 18 minutes long and we have a comic to read. Epilogues have melted together in your mind like gummy worms in a hot car. Yeah, my interactions with the epilogues over the years have been, like, I haven't done anything more than skimming things or, like, reading specific passages in order to verify information and, like, find citations for these streams, basically. Yeah, so a full reread is probably, I should probably do it, and I guess I'm gonna, because we're gonna do it all together like one big happy family. Oh, hello. Catch Nightly, welcome. Creation myth about kids and houses, how Andrew described it. Yes, a creation myth about kids and houses is one of the descriptions that she gave it. Another one, the one that's cited in that video, is a shitpost epic. Also an okay description of the comic, though obviously not capturing as much of the nuances. But yes. We are starting here today. Ly'lac, wake up. So, last we left Ly'lac, she just had her first dream on Durst. And we, through her eyes, got a little peek at the other Durst dreamers. We got Vrissi, we got The Mountain, CT, and CC Dagger. And I was looking, I was trying to find posts on other pages later in this update today. But what I ended up getting into was some interesting conversation, or, you know, what I ended up reading about, was some interesting conversation happening around, like, so Cloistered Connoisseur Dagger is the first character, including the original comic, is the first character who's ever broken the convention of learning their name before their own introductory panel. Because we've had characters referred to as just their 2 chum handle initials, and then there's Distry and Rolal, because we kind of already knew the last names, so as he played a little bit with like nicknames to give us little hints. But we have Dagger, name, full name, there it is. It's not an acronym, it's not a portmanteau. That is fully yeah. So that is an interesting thing worth noting. And there's more about Dagger in this update. We'll get into a conversation with him, and then a conversation where people talk about him, and there's things happening with this character. But right now, checking in with Ly'lac. So this is where we last saw Ly'lac awake. Dilly-dallying in her bedroom and disarming things in her Sylladex, where she tripped and blew herself out of the wall. So this is relevant later, but again, this is another reminder of like, this is what she was doing back there, disarming bombs. So we're coming to her now as she's finally reawakening. Ly'lac, wake up. And we can see there's a lot of adult nymphs. Certainly more than we've seen up until this point. Hanging around with various states of head creature. Yes, all these old bats. We got like a pointy fellow up here. We've got this one looks kind of batty. Get to squid evolution. Yeah, get these guys some fucking splatter shots and put them out in Urchin Underpass. And we zoom in on Ly'lac with this dent. This fucking dent in her head from banging it. It seems that car detonation knocked you all the way out here in front of the horn. Lucky for you that an explosion could never kill you. The horn. Oh yeah, so this is Narwhal horn. I'm assuming narwhal because there's further context for that we'll get to. But sticking way up out of the seafloor. Ly'lac, reckon with what you just saw. What did you just see? That was a much more unusually vivid dream than what you're used to. What you're used to being nothing at all, because you don't dream. That's what the slime is for, by the way. Yes, wrong tab. The slime to drown out the ominous portents. Indeed, indeed. Ly'lac, tell a friend about your dream. You'd love to, but you don't have any devices with which to message anyone, seeing as your computer exploded. Ly'lac, use Farsphere. Unfortunately, it still cannot send outgoing messages. However, you can use it to scroll the web. You pop open your favorite webcomic site, beyondcanon.com. And as one does, I have isolated the individual panel so we can read it without it flashing away. Beyond Canon Anniversary, posted several tides ago by the Beyond Anon. Happy anniversary to all readers. The last couple of laps have gone by in a flash. The huge response to this little comic of mine has seen still blows the upper half of my cranial area clean off. It's great that something so personal and dear me became... Okay, I think there might be a word missing there. It's great that something so personal and dear to me became something so beloved and greedily consumed by thousands of readers I don't know at all. I'm glad you can take everything I've written and make it about you. I wonder if we'll be here for another lap. How about another 5? Or 1,000? Would you like that? These days, I'm not so sure if I would. Anyway, happy anniversaire to les readers. Enjoy the update. So, yeah, and I gotta blow this up bigger on my own computer screen because I'm reading the blown up image on my little OBS preview, and that's not the best way to do that, arguably. Because I'm trying to see if I can get... I didn't look too closely at the background windows before, but I'm trying to see if we can get some more detail on that. If my computer would like to cooperate, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, use that to open PNG files. I've told you that a million times. Technology. Okay, here we go. Welcoming other observations from the chat. Oh, I love it when I get that noise. That's a great noise. Yeah, I can't tell what... Okay, so the text in the box on the right is just full pixelated out, impossible to read. On the left, I can't tell what that image search is supposed to be for. It looks like at least 2 of them, I think, are cars. But the top one, like a creature, maybe? Yes, other observations. The other tab is Writhe Journal as opposed to Live Journal. And the search method is undercurrent search. Rather than like a Google search, undercurrent search on Ly'lac. Yeah, Ly'lac, hello. And the X button is a bomb in keeping with what else we've seen of Ly'lac's computer. Yes, indeed. Purple stripe. Purple stripe. It's a little too dark to be Rose's purple. It's like Eridan purple. I like the logo with like the Y and the C connecting. That looks really good. Okay. So that is the details on that situation. Browse beyond Canon. So now we get a look at the comic that's posted on this site. And it is an oddball one. We've got a nymph, a red associated nymph, knocking on a door with Terezi's symbol on it. Banging because no one's answering. Losing their shit because no one's answering. And then it looks like a second version of herself comes out of her stomach, Predator style. Is that the right movie? Or, oh, why did I think that would be? Why did I think any of these Google searches would make sense? I'm thinking of Alien. Okay, yes, because I don't know. That was my first thought. I don't know why I did it myself. I guess because I know Predator versus Alien. It's like a whole other like movie thing, and like they're separate franchises. And anyway, yes, the alien coming out of this. I think that's what's happening there, because it's like a whole second person that's appearing there. It's not like they're not like cut in half. And yes, hello Mixolitty, welcome. So that's the bad end. Everything explodes, and then Terezi answers the door and is confused. Notably, Terezi, the way that Terezi is drawn in these panels, she has a horn, like a monocorn. She's drawn like a satyr. Because, like, the things... God, you guys can't fucking see it. I'm, like, sitting here making, like, finger notions on my head for horse ears. And it's not helpful when I am not using a camera. It's not chest baby, it's action. Oh, like a flip. Like a flip animation. Flip back animation. Right. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. That makes way more sense. Yeah. I think that sort of communication of motion. I guess that didn't occur to me at first, because usually when something is communicating motion, it's like, at least, like, there's one drawing of the individual that is, like, the clearest, and the ones communicating motion are perhaps, like, less detailed, or maybe a little blurred or stretched or something, you know what I mean? But, yeah, Blorch is, like, a choice sound effect word. I think that should be used more frequently. But, yeah, this nymph bashes her face in against the door, and then, Satyr Monocorn Terezi comes and finds them dead. So that's bad end. Next attempt. Knocking on the door again, but there's a window that can be looked through. So leaning in to look out the window, and seeing on the other side of the wall, Terezi is dead. And again, we're seeing the horn. Here. I gotta stop gesturing with my hands. I don't know why I'm suddenly doing that a lot today, because of reasons. But again, we're seeing that horn. So this is, again, a god of the world being kind of put through the filter of these species. So yes, bad end again. We're trying again. We're seeing Terezi's perspective now. There's a knock on her door. She goes to answer it as the nymph is being swept off to nowhere. And where did she go? Eaten by a giant sea serpent? Perhaps? Bad end. What is it with Terezi and windows? At least there wasn't a rope this time. Yeah, that was my first thought upon seeing the feet hanging in the door. I was like, is there going to be a noose here? We're seeing again the shape of the legs matches what we've seen of the satyrs for how this caricature is drawn. With the kind of like knee sticking out, the flat hoofy kind of feet. Yeah, they've drawn satyr. Oh yes, there is her tail. I don't know why I still feel like I have to prove that I'm right about this, but that's... She's got hooves, she's got the horn, she's got the ears, she's got the tail. And the nymphs might not remember that she's blind. Possible. I mean, she's still able to process visual information in different ways, right? Also, we don't know if a nymph or a satyr is writing this comic necessarily. There hasn't been a hint either way. I think the fact that there's one character from each species kind of muddies the water, maybe even purposefully. If they only know her as a satyr, a lot of info about their gods has been lost in history. Precisely. Yeah, lost to history or purposefully obscured. Very good satirical comic, huh? Yeah, bad end. Next. Okay, so we're still knocking on the door. She's gonna do it. Then she said, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna chill out right next to this door. And then Terezi slams it open and squishes her into the wall. Bad end, and that is the most recent update. This must mean something. But I don't know. I mean, I guess the important information that we are getting out of it is the way that Terezi is depicted by these cultures. Yeah, this shit is weird. They're still on the door arc, looks like. More gratuitous violence, which is right up your alley. This is getting a little old, though. Don't get it twisted. You love some Vriska. But there's not even any dialogue. 7 updates and she hasn't even said anything out loud? It feels like the makers here are kind of phoning it in right now. So... I think the nymph is supposed to be Vriska. Because I'm looking at, like, look at the shape of the end of the tail. Right? We've got the one that sticks up on the one side less, and then the tail at the back comes up kind of like Vriska's claw. Okay. This is the panel where you'd expect a blorch. Oh, yeah. Oh, this last one? Oh, yeah. Strangely silent. Didn't even make that connection. I think I was overwhelmed by the weirdness. Me too. Honestly, like, rereading, I did do a quick read over a bunch of, like, a chunk of panels to prep for today. And a lot more stuff made sense the second time through. This just, like, completely confused me the first time. That's the design for Vriska. They like using now with the healthier mode. And the red sash. Yes. Yeah. I have to wonder if the name Vriska, if that's not, like, if that, because of Terezi, somehow ended up in the mythos of Deltritus, or if perhaps Terezi is writing this comic and is making herself into a satyr just to blend in with the masses or something. Although, no, never mind. No, I don't think that's true. Like, nixing my own theory right out the gate. Well, because I'm thinking about the author post that we just read. And, like, I know that Terzi, like all of the trolls, like, she's capable of turning her typing quirk off. But even... New Rasky 3.0. I'm trying to picture or think about that post in her typing quirk and whether or not it would, like, pass. It says Seth in the header. Yes, the Seth in the header, that is the web browser that Ly'lac is using. You know, like if I pull up, why did I copy link? Why did I do that in that kind of window? Anyway. Yeah, that's Seth, the computer stuff. This is being fussy, so I'm not going to pull this on screen, but I'll put the link in the description. Yeah, the god of deserts, storms, disorder, violence, and foreigners in ancient Egyptian religion. Yeah. What am I? Oh, I got too many things open. But yes, that's the web browser. And the author note that we got earlier was from the Beyond Anon. So, anonymous. Happy anniversaire to the readers does not sound like Terzi, though. Well, I think she does say "le sign" at some point to Dave in the comic. I don't know. Third son of Adam and Eve. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if this reads as Terzi. Anyway, we don't know who's writing this comic. But somehow they know Vriska's name and how to allude to her visage. Right, I did not finish reading all of this. They spent so long building up this moment, and they're just kind of playing in our faces about it. Okay, it is funny. That one with the bashing herself into mush was pretty good, you got to admit. But if she doesn't say anything soon, you're considering tapping out. What happened to the webcomic you used to love? Remember the Battle Royale arc? That poor mayor never stood a chance. Okay, this has to be Terzi writing this. I mean, the mayor's in it too. If you're being real, you haven't been feeling it since that avant-garde dream arc. The one with the house and the doors. Now that was tight. Ly'lac, read from the beginning. It would be tempting to just go back, but no. You have to keep moving forward. Weren't you excited to tell a certain somebody about your dream? Let's take a look through your capture log deck. Okay, a grenade, a jar of slime, a toolbox, some fireworks. Yeah, you can work with this. It'll be fairly low spec, but you don't really need anything too advanced right now. Speaking of Terzi, hi. Ugh, no one cares about your stupid dream. Full on drawing the fucking alchemeter symbol to alchemize something. We're on some Full Metal Alchemist type shit. You craft the ticking slime bomb computer. It's not great, but it'll get the job done, and then it'll try to explode. But you're a professional. Blow up once, shame on you. blow up twice. Well, that just ain't happening. It's definitely not Terrazy. Ooh, what have you picked up on that makes you like really sure that it's like super not her? Because I'm still on the fence. You checked the next page. Okay. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Full Metal Alchemizing, indeed. Fuck you. Okay. So, Gavage cookie. Okay, this is no. Well, no. I'm gonna do break here. I'm gonna run late because I started late. I'm gonna do break a little bit early here, just because this is a long pester log. This one's moderate length pester log, but then it leads in directly into another one, and it's kind of long, and it's a whole thing. So, the prompt at the bottom here. Yeah. Yes, that is indeed the missing key. Yes, we're going to take 5, and I actually have a video to start break off with today. So we'll watch that, and then we shall continue. Hello. I hope you all enjoyed the Seared's Ultimatum. I had not seen that one before. Yeah, banger shit. So what in the Adult Swim is this? It is a parody of the animation Grinch's Ultimatum, which is linked in the description of the video. It is an incredibly faithful parody. Top quality stuff. So that's this. By Pilot Red Sun. Yeah, Christmas classic. Yeah. So. We have a couple of pester logs in a row to get through. Gavage Conclusion began nagging cloistered connoisseur. Hey girl, guess what? Chicken butt. Shut up, I'm being serious. Seriously? Yes. I need you sitting down before I hit you with this. This is major. I'm sat. Also, before I get into this, you need to swear on your ink and grizzle you won't snitch to the maroon goon. This information will cause her to flip out, and among my rankings of nymphs I need flipping out, she is dead last. Zomgwtfbbq. The classic ZOMG WTF BBQ. I don't know what that says, but it feels like you are not appreciating how real I am being with you right now. The bomb's coming out. We're counting down. Oh, the break text. Yeah, thank you. Ruh-roh, the bombs are coming out. Hold on to your heinies. Oh, shoot. Okay, I am for real at attention now. Solemn and earnest and quite frank and grave. That's what I'm fucking talking about. You gotta promise. I promise. Where's my promise? Kill yourself, Raffle. Jesus. But like that fuse is getting shorter. Okay, on with it. You were in my dream. What? Like, sleeping. Girl, I know you know what, girl, I know you know what a dream is. And we're getting into, right, because this is an aside that's related to the beginning of things, too. Because, like, CT is he, him, and Ly'lac is she, her, and there's other later on conversation about CC where we get kind of more of a view of like what the other players think of CC's gender. There I am. Okay. Lost my spot. I'm like, it's right at the top of the page. Okay. Rolls eyes. Duh. I mean, you dreamt? When did you start doing that? Since today, I guess. It was so odd. There was all these shaded figures and purple towers. You were in one of them, just sleeping. There was some satire in one of them too, and some other thing. I think this is Brissy. Ly'lac feels a little different in this dialogue compared to the other ones. Is an indication of their relationship. Yes. I don't know. I didn't get a great look at it. By the way, in the dream, I flew up to the tower without wings or anything. And then I looked out into the huge void, and it was full of, like, these ginormous, freaky, weird-ass things that spoke into my mind. And then that damn narwhal showed up again, and I woke up. And then what? Girl, and then nothing. I woke up. And then I built a computer out of slime and messaged you? Man. What? You were so serious about this. I thought, like... What? I thought, like, you and the TC fellow may have started tying knots and such. What? Pure, sweet, innocent, darling cutie pie Princess Ly'lac. I could just eat you up. No. Glomps. Oh my god. So, Cece's response to being informed of this dream that Ly'lac had, when Ly'lac never has dreams because of the slime, etc., is, damn, I thought your big exciting news, if you got all worked up about it, I thought you were having a fucking sex dream about TC. Okay, buddy, but I feel like for what we know of Dagger so far, that response is not surprising. Gavage I'm working on the character voices. I'm finessing them. They're not solidified yet. I'm playing with ideas. Gavage Conclusion's computer popped. RIP. Drama queen. Gavage Conclusion's computer was reassembled. Yeah, alchemy. Do not fuck with me right now. Sorry. I tell you about my crazy ass dream and you don't give a fuck at all? Was it really that crazy? Yes. Flying through the air, giant alien creatures, psychic messages and shiz? Is that not everyday stuff? Well, oh wait, what the fuck? She's messaging me. So, yeah. Reading, fuck you, that was Vriska. Just thinking on it. Oh, she couldn't even wait like 5 minutes? She's low-key obsessed, dog. I know. I get that she doesn't have friends or have friends other than you and me, but like, I'm like, girl, back the fuck up. Ly'lac, lol, you only have like one more friend than she does. Whatever. It's all a bit much lately with this game shit. A lot of pressure, huh? Yeah. Like you're gonna pop a pearl out your butt? Okay. Do you think you knows? I don't knows. What would you say if I said she wanted to wrangle your tangles? I'd probably do something really bad to you, myself, and someone else. Zong. So thank you for not saying that to me. It'd be a tasty triangle, though. Again with the shapes. Don't bring TC into the shapes. Interesting. So CC is like banking hard into some kind of romantic tension between Ly'lac and TC. And perhaps also AA. It really would be, though. AA would hate it. The good-for-nothing bad boy from beyond the waves, or the fry-hood big sister. OMG, actually, these angles are hitting quads now. Or the enigmatic fictional maiden. Ooh, I might draw that. I think you might be the worst nymph I know. You only know like 4 people, babes. Stop pointing out how many people I don't know. Besides, you don't even know what they look like. Oh, Ly'lac, the things I know. Oh, I better stop. Fansel. Somebody stop me. I will be that somebody. Stop. Just saying. The glomping shipper. Yeah, Cece is truly a very specific kind of person that absolutely did exist. Like 20 years ago. Like, including the parlance, the lexicon and the typing quirks, etc. I know that this type of person does still exist. But there's something very specific about the glomp era. Let's focus on people who are not me for a second. You have your own situation, right? A situation ship, one might even say. If you're talking about my boy toy, you got it all wrong. I only got eyes for one special somebody, and that you. Sure. It's a classic twist. Deus Ex Machina of romantic threads. At least I'm a lot more interesting than the other 3 DPDs, right? Right. This. Am I supposed to know what that means? I forgot that this one kind of stopped me up before. But that one, that acronym went over my head. If anyone else has ideas. Shut up, I'm grilling you right now. Don't pretend you aren't blowing steam out. Shut up, I'm grilling you right now. Don't pretend you aren't blowing steam out your sonar flaps and flipping your feet every time you Fuji out with him. So I think Ly'lac is referring to CT, the mountain, as the person that CC is referring to as his boy toy. Means 3D pig disgusting? Usually used by people who only like 2D animation. Okay. Interesting. We are learning new things every day. More niche terminology. Every single day. Right. Of course. Feeling left out? You want to hear about it? You want receipts? You want in on this action? Take me tendril, and I'll whisk you away to a whole new world of apples, limes, and lemons. 2D waifu versus 3D part. Okay. Okay. That context makes it make even more sense. Yeah, we're pulling out the lemon lime terminology now. When I see you, I'm going to kill you. Raffle, don't be mad. Me lovely guppy. What is this? This is a reference that I'm missing again. I think. Oh no, me lovely guppy. I think it is he calling Ly'lac a guppy, like the fish? Maybe that's all it is. Maybe I'm thinking about this too much. Maybe I'm overthinking this a little bit. I mean, lovely guppy. Throws a little dance party. Gives you a twirl before dipping you low. Our faces inches apart. Stares holding. Breaths held. Close enough to count your eyelashes. My hand on your waist tightens. And the bomb is about to go off. Plucks a drop of slime off your cheek, licks it off my finger and gags, throws up in your mouth. Bye! Ew! Oh my god. Cece fascinates me. And, that's that, I guess. Scene. Gavage Concation blocked Cloistered Connoisseur. Scene. Conversation over. Blocked. Goodbye. And who's up next? It's Augury Aside. Let me begin by alleviating thy fears. I am not mad. Despite having good reason to be, I am setting all transgressions aside. No apologies or recompense required. I am simply too excited to care at the moment. I come in peace. So, don't ignore me. Please? Hey, what's up? Let's talk now, please. Rose, this is pretty low, even for you. Yeah, so I'll try and... Yeah, so this is... Because it's split up over a few pages. No one cares about your stupid dream. Fuck you, that was fucking Vriska. Vriska, Rose, this is pretty low, even for you. So, Kersey's thinking Rose has got a hand in, And that was fucking Vriska. I believe is because that's on the, Ly'lac and conversation with CC says, oh, and there's one other weird thing. And I think that was fucking Vriska, I think is in response to that. And then Terzie's having the revelation, wait a second, Vriska's in there. Rose, this is pretty low, even for you. Putting basically Vriska into their new game session. So that is what I think is this line of thought. Did Rose and Dirk dump Terzi in one of those observation stations and ditch her there? It's quite possible. Yeah. I feel like Terzi's a hard one to trap. I feel like she can probably just go wherever she wants, regardless of their desires. But isn't she still on the ship with them. So we don't know for sure what's up with them right now, because the last time that we checked in with their party was they were getting ready to do their little time jump thing, and then they did it, and we haven't heard directly from them since. So we don't know where they are or what they're doing at this exact moment. Kids escape. I think it was a little... No. Oh no, here it is. Terzi, take my hand. Right, yeah, right before break. So this was the last we saw of them. They take off. And then we don't know for sure what they're doing in this specific frame of reference. I'd say she knows how the mayor felt, but I don't think the trolls ever met the voices in the beta kid's heads. Well, I mean, the mayor, Terzi and the mayor, like, they were both on the ship together. They made Cantown together. Terzi loves the mayor. So they met. They were in close proximity. They had intimate communications about cans. Cantown 2. Yeah, also it doesn't help that Terzi was working at the console before that, so how much was done beforehand? Yeah, that's the other thing with this. It's like, yeah, like Terzi kind of automated her duties. That was a whole conversation that she had with Dirk. I think that was a part of the same update as the panel that I just brought up with the three of them leaving. She's kind of using a terminal to automate most of what she needs to do in order to push things along for the next session. The Sherb session. So she doesn't necessarily have to be at the console, but yeah, things like this are definitely indicating she's at least checking in every once in a while to be like, what the fuck? Okay. Augury Aside. So there's the birthday package from Augury Aside. This is what Ly'lac has been trying to get her damn hands on this whole fucking time. My superior sources of intelligence have alerted me to thy recent ascent to a quiet kingdom bathed in the wine of she who looks aside, our weaver of tendrils. Oh, really? Your sources told you this? Yes, my sources. And would this source happen to be a certain disgusting, backstabbing, seafoam-sucking pervert? A nymph never tells her secrets. Just everyone else's. I really can't with the two of you today. Oh, that must be why he's going by Dagger. Let me go tell her that. Thou willst go nowhere. See, and then again, we've got Ly'lac using both he and she within the same, not necessarily sentence, but paragraph. Yeah, referring to. So there's our solid confirmation. If it wasn't solid enough before, that's Dagger. Close to connoisseur. Thou willst go nowhere. I don't think whilst is a word. Whatever. Whatever yourself, larper. Oh, boo, just forgive us for the night. As I forgave thee. Notice how I continue to be patient and accept thy detestable curses on me with humility and grace, you contemptible whelp. So please forgive us. Or just me. Continue hating that... Oh, boy. Continue hating that degeneratress until the sun blows up for all I care. Actually, that isn't true. I do care. Forgive her at once. Fuck no. Well, I tried. Can I get a yikes on that one? Pulling out the calling people degenerates. Yikes. Would AA then be cloak? Also fits with the LARPing. As in like cloak and dagger strategy, cloak and dagger movement. Perhaps, but I have a feeling that AA is on like okay but not fantastic terms with dagger. I don't know if they're on like coordinated names level. Anyway, you're asking about the purple place? So it truly is purple? Of course I've read the accounts from the expeditionists of the past, but with how untrustworthy twats have been in the past few turns, what? Okay, acronym that we're gonna learn what it means later, probably. It's sometimes hard to believe what I've read on those lines. I feel that. So surely thee indulged in the gift of flight that place grants, yes? Yeah. I still remember my first flight. Oh, Ly'lac, one day soon the three of us will fly together and chase the stars away. Heh. Ah, yes, wondrous. How wondrous. Isn't it wondrous? Yeah, it's all right, I guess. I guess? If I'm being honest, it's basically just swimming but dry, which, yeah, is kind of weird, but you get over the novelty after like a minute, and after talking to CC about it, I guess it's just like, okay, stop talking. Didst thou speak with the folks of Eld? Can I talk or not? When I see you, I'm going to hit you. Okay, sorry, I didn't really speak with them, but they damn sure started talking. What knowledge did they pass to thee? Nothing that crazy, TBH. Specifically? This and that. Pissing me the fuck off right now. Sorry, it's honestly hard to remember. It was about a boat or something. We gotta do something about a boat, I think. Is that referring to the meat ship? Because the meat ship looks like a nautical boat. Okay. I'll reflect on this and share my findings later. Wait. I almost forgot. There was one more thing. Oh? Yeah, they made it sound like it was less of a priority, but still important. But it was also for you specifically. Me? They wanted to talk to me? Yeah, I guess so. Zounds, that's... I can't believe they actually wanted to talk to me. Have my efforts finally been acknowledged? Bah! I'm becoming flush with emotion. What was it? What did they have to say? They said... Do not drag this shit out. They said to tell you to be nice to her. Whatever that means. What? Oh. I'm assuming it's about you-know-who? Ugh, yes, most likely. Well, I thank thee for that. Who the fuck? That's all? Yes? Was there more? There wasn't. I guess I just thought you'd be more upset to hear that. I don't even know why. I just thought you'd flip out harder than that. Now, Ly'lac, why would a task so easily ignored be a cause for any such flippage? So she has absolutely no intention of being nice to her. Those little eggs of silence will convince me of nothing, so keep them to thyself, lest I gobble them up. Please don't eat my eggs, ma'am. Then the best behave. Anyway, enough about that. What's new to me is that I am now a fugitive in mine own home. So that's happening. Wow, what the hell? Yes, it's quite horrid. I thought you were just grounded. Quite the opposite, ironically. I'm lurking in the belfry, currently biding my time before I can make a run back to my recluse hollow. Your sororal shenanigans are always so funnily crazy. Sororal shenanigans. So do the nymphs have a sorority bullshit equivalent to satyr fraternity bullshit? Or Ly'lac is just being dramatic about regular communal housing. Sounds like Catholic school. Ooh. Hiding in the belfry. Interesting. Sounds like Catholic school. Well, I'm glad my suffering can bring you comfort. Have I ever told you your life is like an episode of the Shroud Family? Oh yeah, shout out to Gwen for sending me a list of the fucking names of all these references. I got some of these on my own, but there were a few that slipped past me. Oh right, I always open the IMDb tabs or Wikipedia or whatever for each of the shows in case someone's not familiar, but we're just gonna name it out loud. Rather than me scrambling to try and find like 10 web pages that are only going to be on screen for 1 second. So yeah, that's the Proud Family. The family channel cartoon, Disney cartoon, The Proud Family. Yes. You're kind of like Peonia. Actually, no. More like one of the twins. Or both of them as one character. If I could remember more about that show, that would be very meaningful analysis of Augury Aside as a character. If anyone has input, or perhaps a better memory for this show. I didn't get the TV channel that it was on when I was a kid, so I didn't see a whole lot of The Proud Family. I saw bits of it, or like an episode here and there at like friends' houses or whatever, but not in my own home. I don't think I share any traits with any of those characters other than living amongst my sisters. Actually, maybe you are more like the Angry Bereavers, a great scroll cell we should watch, by the way. Yeah, so that's the Angry Beavers, which is one I am not familiar with. I'm going to have to look that one up for myself. Not really the time for that, Ly'lac. Could I Am Greasel possibly be a good comparison? I Am Greasel, I Am Weasel. Another one I need to look up. I have seen that, and if thine implication is what I believe thee to imply, that is extremely disrespectful. Waneheads? So, cartoon is based off of being called just Wanehead, singular. Another one for me to look up. Just listing shit off. How is that even relevant to my life at all? If Pinky in the Upper Organon is sent next, I am going to scream. I can see thee typing. I am going to scream so loud if that is being typed out right now. I am going to blow my cover, and I am going to be torn asunder by the fury of a league of embittered, oversensitive embalmaturgists. And the fault will lie entirely on thee. And still thou type? Speak! So Pinky in the Upper Organon, Pinky in the Brain, I am extremely familiar with that one. I saw a lot of that as a kid. I was just going to say Nymphomaniacs was Kino. And of course is Animaniacs, another one that I do recognize and seen on the cartoons. Ly'lac. My bad. You can have some water for a second. The most inane part of all of this is that I'm actually going to agree with thee on that. That one was good. Well, regardless. So what's got them so worked up? I may have resorted to less than scrupulous methods as pertains to the acquisition of thine Morph Day present. You stole it. I reappropriated it. For thee, I must emphasize. Oh, well, thanks for becoming a fugitive for me. I'm outside. I'll go get it right now. Splendid. Also, you gotta teach me that anti-piracy hex you use. It's been fucking these old biddies up. If someone else got their claws on that package before it made its way to thee, I'd... well, let's say I'd be quite cross. I shudder to think. Yes, shudder. Well, friend, thou must realize thee'd need an external conduit to even attempt such a deliriously sick nasty magics. Oh, yeah, I keep meaning to make an order for a new wand. Allow me a knowing smirk, if thou would. Consider it aloud. So what'd you get me this year? Oh, Ly'lac, that'd be telling. That is why I'm asking. I left a simple glyph explaining and summarizing the terms and conditions of my gift. A whole instruction manual? What am I getting myself into? Thou wouldst have known already if thee put an end to this puttering. Now go. Oh, shrimp check. Checking my shrimp. Been doing pretty good today, but I was slipping into it a little bit. We are no longer shrimping. Rose, this is pretty low even for you. We already talked about that whole thing. Okay, so here's the instructions. You examine the package. There is an absurdly large stone tablet nailed onto it. Parts of the engraving have been scratched out, and another has been added in a script you recognize very well. User's manual for the latch key. This will not hurt me nearly as much as it hurts you. Unknown. That's like... Is that like a direct quote from someone, or is that just like a turn of phrase? I meant to... Hold on. Hey, duck, duck, go. Okay, not helpful. I'm getting like the first DuckDuckGo search result for just that quote is 115 deep and emotional "you hurt my feelings" quotes. Top 25 "you hurt me" quotes from A to Z quotes. Wisdom quotes, 130 hurt quotes that will comfort you. Okay. Put some Okay, I put proper quotations around it. It's giving me nothing. Let's keep moving. I'm not spending any more time on that turn of thought. Okay. Aim, fire, repeat until desired results. Attention! Under no circumstances should this be wielded by an acolyte of less than the 9th circle. Side effects may include mild to severe madness ascendants, delusions of intimacy, oral bleeding, existential drift, tendril swelling, an end to history, etc. Consult your local apothecary if effects persist longer than 4 hours. Were you detecting when I said Tony Sorensen? Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that, like, when I have more, when I get more time invested into it before stream, I will go down the rabbit hole. But while we're live, I'm gonna keep it moving and rely on you, wonderful individuals who assist me with extra things in the chat. So thank you. And if found. The crossed out text, if found, return to those with ambitions towards the stars immediately. So that's who she stole it from. I created nothing. Credit to the makers. To my friend Ly'lac of the final applause. But the fucking I create nothing, credit to the makers, as if that's actually a fucking credit or a citation. Ly'lac. Quit your puttering around. And it is a wand that looks eerily similar to her symbol. Just the claws at the top and bottom are facing in a different direction. The tides rise with each blushing day and happily make their retreat every night. It's one of those things you've never questioned. For a long time, you felt in your chest an absence you couldn't name, something you were never taught the word for, an answer to a question you never knew to ask. You are known as Ly'lac of the final applause, and you are certain you've never seen or heard of this seemingly legendary wand. And yet, feeling this meaty weight in your hands, you know you've been waiting to receive this gift your entire life. Like high tide has finally come. Or maybe low tide? Which one was the good one? Beneath such dreamy weather, it's almost a shame. It feels as though a long day is finally coming to an end. Very rosy. Yeah, so this is a part of the grand plan as laid out by the creators, I think. Yeah. The choice of describing it as a meaty weight feels very purposeful to me. In relation to meat, obviously they're in the meat universe, but then the literary application of meat. High octane action. This is some powerful blast and shit. I think there's something very particular too about choosing high tide has finally come, or maybe low tide. Which one was the good one? Putting, the ambiguity in. But yes, the end to the longest day. It feels like a long day is finally coming to an end. Yeah, we're not sitting at the beginning of, it feels like there's going to be a long day. We're at the precipice of a bombastic conclusion. Okay. Let me double check something. Because we're getting kind of close to when I would like to conclude. Whoa, this is bizarre. Magnificently powerful, isn't it? I think it's stinging my hand. I think that's normal. A lesser nymph would be shattered by its immense aura. Then how did you manage to carry it? Ha, bah, ha, ha, that's not funny. It kind of looks like two little ladies attached to the hip. Like catfish, dogfish. Thank you. This is freaking awesome. Yeah, it's freaking awesome because it looks like cat dog. Of course, nothing but the best for my wards. Don't make it weird. I'm not weird. I'm normal and nice. Lol. That surely must stand for lots of like-mindedness. Surely. Ugh, damn. Okay, this computer's literally falling apart. Can you do me a favor? There's not much I cannot do. There's not much I cannot do. Message TC for me. I cannot do that. Come on. You're being a lame-ass nymph right now. Ugh. It's about the game. The game we wanted to play today. Remember the game? Yes. Fine. Speaking of technology crapping out, that was my phone's battery dying. Or telling me that it is low. Yeah, they're she's normal and nice. She's literally nice. What is it? Tell him to get started without me, but I'll be around in a bit. I'm waiting on a message to come in first. And I think that's in reference to a message from Vrissy. Waiting for a response from Vrissy. I think that's what that is. Okay. Yes, I can do that. You will. Yes, I will. How fortunate for thee that it's such bad luck to not listen to someone's commands on their morph day. That's why they call me Lucky Ly'lac. We don't call you that. Okay, computer melting, bye. Okay. Ly'lac, test wand. So the computer is gone. It has melted, it has disappeared. You look for a suitable target for your newfound armament. There's nothing here but these skulking crones. The caretaker wouldn't take kindly to you obliterating some poor old lady for the sake of target practice. Ly'lac, use wand on Meemaw. No, you would never. Your precious Meemaw. Besides, you have no idea what kind of terrible counter-hex that might trigger. Try again. Hi, Tersey. You spot a wayward, common shallows hag snab, cluelessly unaware of his own impending demise. The suburb has been swarming with them lately. As a ward, eliminating garden pests is one of the many chores you are entrusted with and have ultimately been putting off. This return to form will surely please the caretaker in ways unfathomable to you. Okay, at least eat the delicious appleberry-scented mollusk. Okay, at least eat the delicious appleberry-scented mollusk. What? You didn't even kill it yet. Eating a live hag snab off the seafloor is too disgusting, even for you. Grill it? How? You are underwater. That was a stupid as fuck thought you just had. You're just gonna go blast it to smithereens for no reason, like a normal person. Ugh, I can't have fucking anything. Where did that thing even come from? Where did the snab come from? That's a weird question to think. Almost as inane of a question as where do babies come from? Obviously, babies come from the beach right over there. Well, not all of them, but it is a popular burial ground. Everyone knows that new nymph mothers haul their freshly laid clutch up onto the surface and abandon them to their fate, deposited snugly in a hand-dug fry trench. After they hatch, the young nurslings sort of aimlessly roll down into the ocean proper. In ancient times, they'd be easy pickings for hungry predators or vengeful surface dwellers, or the odd blood witch, but this is a kinder era, at least as far as infant mortality is concerned. Also, there are treaties about this kind of thing now. Considering this is where you ended up, you must not have rolled very far. Alright, I'm just seeing what's, this is a lot of page. Oh! Hold on. Okay. Okay, I know exactly how far we're going. We are finishing the Ly'lac segment today. We can do it. Figures Terzi or whoever is typing like her would be baffled by Ly'lac's immediate refusal to kill Mima. Yeah, Terzi, yeah. Either a troll or someone trying to emulate a troll wouldn't understand that sort of bond with a caretaker. Well, actually, I mean, no, Terzi of all people, or Terzi of all trolls specifically, would be the outlier for that, because Terzi did actually have a very strong loving bond with Dragon Mom, who she spent a lot of time connecting to, because Dragon Mom is the one who taught her how to smell the world. I'd love to see normal person be... Yeah, no, not in this comic. Not a single person. Augury aside can claim to be a normal person as much as she fucking wants. It's never gonna be true. Ly'lac, fondly regard the day of your birth. Yeah, interesting nymph biology. Getting a little bit of like turtle vibes with, you know, laying their clutch in a hole dug in the sand on the beach. Mima isn't a caretaker, just a nice old lady. The fan troll inexplicably raised by dad? Wait, is this like a fandom thing that I just haven't seen yet? Or are we just playing in the space right now? Because I love this idea. Fondly regard the day of your birth? Absolutely not. It's blasting time. Death beam! And... what's that? Nothing happened. What the hell? Perhaps you didn't put enough killing intent into the spell. Let's try that again. What was I just watching with? Oh, fucking Demon Slayer! Katzen and I have finally reached the conclusion of at least the animated workings of Demon Slayer. And we watched the Infinity Train movie. And there's a whole thing in Infinity Train, Demon Slayer spoilers or whatever, but there's a whole thing about, like, picking up on someone's killing intent, like detecting somebody's killing intent behind you and using it to aim your attacks or whatever, and all this other stuff. Tumblr thing linked to this 3 years ago. Oh my goodness. If I search normal person, is this gonna come up? Oh, no, it's not giving me... why isn't it giving me any results? I just searched the entire server. Am I in the right server? Yeah. I will see if I can find the link to that. Oh, if I search dad. Oh, I think maybe if I add the from. Why is it not letting me choose that as a filter? Okay. I will find that later. Because as much as I know the endpoint that we're getting to with this, we are getting really close to time. Or if you have a link to pop in chat, that is also oh, hold on. Jump. Oh. Well, that's a lot of... Okay, I found it right as you sent that link. If I click on it, it is opening in browser. Oh yes, I recognize that URL. Dawn and I came with a neutral name, normal person. No quirk, no blood color, perfectly generic horns, and a dad's Lucis. Couldn't decide if their aspect would be void, as infinitely unassuming, or breath, as an arc around subverting the identity and standing out, or something else. Made of blood, because yeah, they sure are. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's get back to Ly'lac's killing intent. Perhaps you didn't put enough killing intent into the spell? Let's try that again. Woohoo! Gonna flip past that one quickly because that looks like a seizure-inducing panel. There we go. It's bloated and boiled. Wow, all of the old crones are so proud of their youngin'. I love this panel. Look at that smug ass face. And then everyone clapped. Yeah. As it was a Lucis that happened to look like Dad, or if Dad somehow wound up an attorney after a few reboots and such. I think it's a Lucis. I think it would be a Lucis that looks like Dad, because Arthur exists, and Arthur is a half human at least looking Lucis. God, what a face! It's very tempting to use just this panel for the thumbnail, but I might be able to do something a little more intriguing by mashing in a few other images from this chunk of comic. Oh! Is that... Oh, that maybe was not supposed to happen. It's gonna blow! Before you thought it'd be funnier if it was just Dad on Alternia. I mean... Yeah, both are good. Hey, explode! And there's chunks of meat everywhere. It is a feast for the ages. Everyone is having a great time. Death Beam doesn't usually do that. Usually it just applies a death effect on living things that causes them to be dead. You've got a real mystery on your claws. Unfortunately, it's a mystery you're not in the mood to solve. The mere thought of mystery is making your feed bag tingle with desire. There's only one thing to do in situations like this. Join the frenzy! Nothing more comforting than a good old-fashioned feeding frenzy. These moments are considerably more endearing when it's not one of the grannies. Hag-snab is so much tastier than Granny. You sense a deeply disappointed, looming You sense a deeply disappointed, looming, stern side. Ly'lac. Strife. Why? She's not here to fight you. It'd be pretty weird for an adult to fight a kid. What do you know? You don't know nothing. She is here to protect her young. To guard the spoils. She's still going to make you help her round everyone up and clean this shit up, though. You might as well hide out until the worst of it is done. Tell her you saw Mima escape again and make a heroic journey to save her. You're such a good kid sometimes. Now, out of the way, you chummy old biddies. You have chores to avoid. Stop wasting time. All the coddling old grannies. Trying to feed her. Abscond, idiot. You can't. The feisty fuss of these crones is far too furious. You're not strong enough. Then die. Typical. The voices penetrating your head never contribute any constructive thoughts to your crises. Guess you'll just fucking die then. Yeah, blech. We got a blah face in there. Oh look, it's another handy package from Augury's side. And... well, that was serendipitous. So, we know from... oh, I'm trying to think back. The caretaker is the purple octopus, right? She was in this state previously, and obviously we just saw her get back up and fighting spirits just fine. So, like, these guys aren't, like, dead. But this is also probably not great. Ly'lac, move! Finally, something goes right. Maybe what they say about morph days is true. Everything changes. Not dead, just inking. Yes. And this is where we conclude. Because, you know, little spoiler, Examine Spoils is actually a scene change. We're going to some completely different shit. So we're going to stop here. We've had a lovely evening with Ly'lac. But that our time together is over for now. And we'll come back next weekend for... I feel like we can probably just get all the way caught up next week. I'll have to double check how much text is in those panels, but I think a lot of them are short text or no text. And I don't think there's any pestallogs in there. So... yes, no Scotty dogs just yet. Yes. So I will double check, but I'm pretty sure we should be able to just finish and get caught up next weekend, and then we can go back to Chicory. Oh. Yeah. Thanks for joining. Some good theorizing, chit-chatting today. Yep, just laid out the plans. Oh my god, is the next stream going to be in February? I think it is. I just open up the calendar on my... oh, not quite. Not quite. It will be on the 31st of January, though. Which is whack as fuck. Damn. Time. Everybody go put another quarter in your Cam complains about the passage of time jar. Or I guess that's not really how that works, isn't it? It's like you have to put your own... I need to go put another quarter in my complaining about the passage of time jar. I think that's more in line with the concept of that. Anyway. Time flies when you're falling. It sure as fuck does. Oh yeah, fallen snow. If you're in one of the areas affected by the big snowstorm sweeping through over North America, I hope that you are safe and sound. Well, also, if you are just living in the United States, yeah, I am sure you are all abreast of current events. I wish you all safety and calm in the coming week. And we shall reconvene next Saturday to continue Homestuck Beyond Canon. Yes, be safe in icy conditions. Yes, indeed. Okay. Yeah, if you're in any of the many places of the world right now that are dealing with military presence, I wish you safety, you and your loved ones, because the world is a lot. I have been keeping abreast of things. I have been reading and posting about the news. There's a couple times where it's occurred to me that, like, I just kind of never talk about that sort of stuff on stream. But it is not for ignorance sake, it is not for ostrich's sake. The ostrich theory of approaching problems by not approaching them and sticking your head in the sand is not what's happening here. But yes. Okay. Have a chill one. Not temperature-wise. I hope you're all able to stay warm and comfy temperature-wise. And I will see you all back here in a week. Good night.